Hey all, welcome to Video Game Corner. It's me, Jason, and today I'm doing an announcement video. And I have a few things I want to talk about. Anyway, let's start off with the announcements. I'm going to be doing a Repro Sale. NES only, because that's what I do. I don't know how to do Super Nintendo, and I don't know if I ever will, or whatever. But the profit margin's about the same. That's why I never bother, because I just know how to do NES, and, you know, it's one of those things. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, I'm going to run it for 4 weeks. Starting from today, it's going to be 4 weeks. That way everybody... I get a lot every time I do a sale. A lot of people say, oh, I don't get paid, I don't have time, you know, things happen. So I'm going to do a 4-week sale. Why not? You know, it's let's not rush it. Let's just, everybody, you know, can get something, hopefully. It's going to be the same as before. Buy 3, get 1 free. $35 a piece. That includes shipping to the U.S. Okay? If you live in other countries, I don't mind doing it. But just so you know, the shipping is going to vary on how much it is. So that's just what it, you know, the shipping is just going to vary. We'll have to figure it out and all that. So there's some games I cannot or will not attempt. Mr. Gimmick I can't do. Final Fantasy III I'm not going to do because I don't have the boards, and I'm not going to make the specialty one. It's a pain, and you know it's too much time, and I've never got it to work exactly right. That's why I prefer to use the boards from Infinite NES Lives that he does. And I don't have any of those boards, and if I order some from him, they take a long time, and I'm not gonna do it. Another one I keep getting a request for is Kid Dracula. Now, here's the thing about Kid Dracula. And it may have changed since the last time I looked into it, but you can't make a repro out of it. Now, you're going to be saying, well, somebody has. Well, what they did is they got a Japanese version of Kid Dracula, they changed the chips, rewired them, and then they got an NES to Famicom adapter. And these were, there was 1 year, I think it's 84, 85, I can't remember, there were certain black box games for the NES. And I guess there was some sort of, I'm not sure, but I hear about that there was some sort of shortage on boards, so they had to use any Famicom boards in NES games, and they had to put these adapters in because the pin configuration is different, so they'd work on an NES system. And you can find these in some of the old original black box games, and the carts are a lot heavier. I've never been able to find one, but they go for like $30 on eBay. The last I checked, I haven't checked in a while. And that's what they do. They basically get a Japanese version, they get the translated ROM, put it on another chip, rewire it, put it in and with that adapter, and then they sell it as a repro cart. That's a lot of work, a lot of money, and I've never done it before, and I have no interest in doing those kinds. It's just not my thing. So I can't do Kid Dracula. So if it's, you know, I have my list that I'll put out, and then if there's games you guys have heard of that you want me to look into, go ahead and send me a message. Email me on my Facebook, because that seems to be the easiest way to do it, and I'll leave the Facebook link in the description. It's the Facebook for the show, and you guys can give me the your requests and your orders and everything there. I'm going to leave a list in the description here. Or I'll put it on, yeah, I'll put it in the description of the NES titles. I also have an ad up on my the show Facebook. So, you know, let's if anybody wants less than the 3 to get the 4th one free, I'll still give you a discount on 2 games. You know, it'll be like a little bit off. So if you guys don't want to buy, you know, commit to 3, you know, for I think it was $105. So, to get 4 games, which is a pretty good price. So, let me know. It's running for 4 weeks, so let's go ahead. Reason why I'm doing the sale, you know, my girlfriend, we just bought a car, finally. Because remember I was telling you guys about how our van broke down, and it dumped out completely. and we got rid of it. We haven't had a car for about 6-7 months. We've been just trying to find something. We do have my old van, but it's a pain in the butt because it has a leaking water pump. Water pump works, but it leaks water, so you got to put water in it. And you can only go like a few miles back and forth before you have to put water in it. When the thing starts heating up, you know, you don't want to. It's a pain. So we don't use it very often. But we finally got a car. Bought it from a friend of mine. We were making payments to her. And it's a 98 Oldsmobile Intrigue, and we have to, you know, we're trying to put some money away in case it breaks down. We're just trying to get some money put away, and that's why we're going to do the sale and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm also not doing any paint jobs because I don't have a place to do them anymore. I wish if we're looking into renting a house maybe in the next year. And if I do that, I'll start doing painted carts all the time because I love doing them and I love doing the art, having the artistic thing that I like to do. A little bit of artistic expression, you know. But yeah, that's the sale. Any questions about it or comment anything, you know, let me know in the comments, and or send me a message on Facebook, and you know, we'll go from there. Also. For those of you, I know some of you know and some of you don't, but I used to do a podcast with Robert Santellan. He and I did a podcast called Just Another Gamer's Podcast. We had to stop doing it because he got busy with some stuff and he had to do the work-life balance thing, and he couldn't do the show anymore. I was going to continue on, but I haven't been doing it because of the summer, and you know, I have another partner that wants to do it with me. Do the show with me, you sickos. And so this weekend, this Sunday, he's coming over. We're going to record it like this, right here on the couch. And we're not going to do an audio version, we're going to do an actual video version of it. And we're going to sit here and talk, and we want your questions. So post your questions down here, or go to I made a post on the Facebook. Go ahead and put your questions there, or here, and we'll answer them, you know, because it's probably going to be a long podcast because, and what I'm calling it, I'm basically saying it's season 2. So, and I'll probably take breaks from time to time, and, you know, I'll do different seasons. I'll probably take a month or 2 off, depending, and, you know, and then we'll go from there. We'll just kind of see what goes on in our personal schedules for my partner and I. So, yeah, ask us questions, gaming related or whatever, you know. Sometimes those whatever questions are pretty interesting. So yeah, that's what's going on. Also, you know, I was watching that How Not to, what is that thing? How Not to React When Your Kid Tells You He's Gay. And can you guys, I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. And it's always this religion thing gets thrown in. And they're always talking about God. And this woman, this mother, if you guys haven't seen it, it's out there. Just do a search on it. It's going viral right now. And the mother, she keeps talking about God. You know, the kid says, well, biology, I mean, it's actually a biological thing, he says. Because I've actually heard of the gay gene, that they actually found on there's a genetic difference in gay people. I don't know. This just what, you know, we're being told by people, by the scientists. And she says, I don't believe in scientific proof. I believe in the Word of God. Well, scientific proof means nothing to this woman. And these people were so aggressive and angry at this kid who's basically just telling his parents. And they're even saying, oh, we always knew you were gay. And, you know, but we love you. And, you know, but you made that choice. They keep talking about choice. And, you know, the thing is I don't know if my daughter wants me saying this, but my 17-year-old daughter's gay. And it was no big deal when she told me. I love her to death. She's my baby, and she's always going to be my baby. And my 9-year-old's my baby, and she's always going to be my baby. And, you know, I don't think my 9-year-old's going to be gay, because you could tell, because when she was a kid, she was, you know, she'd wear boyish clothes, and she was into boy things, and she was a real tomboy, and she never cared about the girly stuff. Like my 9-year-old loves the girly stuff. She loves the princess stuff in Disney, and she wants to wear makeup at 9, and I won't let her do it because I think makeup's nasty. Anyway, I don't know if she really wants me saying this, but if she gets mad at me, then I'll probably have to buy her something, because that's what kids want you to do when they get mad at you. But I love her to death, and she should be proud of who she is. And, you know, she didn't choose to be this way. It's just who she is. It's just like I didn't choose to be straight. It's just who I am. So, you know, everybody's, you know, there's differences in the world, and it's a good thing. And I can't imagine being angry at somebody for who they are. But these people, they don't believe he is... They believe he's making a choice. And it's like, I don't understand why. They have no, like, reason. And the whole thing with Christianity is Jesus preaches to love the sinners, you know, and all that. And none of them ever follow it. Not none. I mean, there's always exceptions. But it seems like the mass majority don't follow what Jesus said. And I'm Buddhist, so, you know, I have that one belief system that's never caused any trouble in the world. That I know of. I mean, maybe there is. I've heard that Buddhist monks get into fistfights, but they're like the young ones do. Because they don't know how to control their anger. It's kind of actually a funny thing. But they fight with, like, other Buddhist monk kids. Like young guys, like 20-year-old guys. It's kind of stupid. But, you know, it's a, you know, I just don't understand. I don't understand how you could do that to your kid, but I don't understand why people do the things they do. I just understand the things that they do and I understand what triggers it. I just don't know why it triggers, if that makes sense. As in, I know how to push the buttons, but I don't know how the buttons got there in the first place. So, you know, I just thought that was an interesting thing. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. This kid, he's getting a lot of money. He says, he was basically, he asked for like $2,000, and I guess it's quite a bit now. Last I heard, it was at $30,000 or $50,000 or something. And yeah, people are giving him money. And man, I need a viral video, so people just giving me money. But I don't like taking money for nothing. That's why I like to do the sale, because I sell something. I give people something for their money, which is what I prefer to do. So, anyway, I just thought that was interesting. I try to, listen to my kids and understand them as best I can. I remember what it was like to be a kid. I was a little, I was a little fat teenager with red hair and glasses, and, I got treated like crap by other kids, and I hated it. I didn't like it. And it's funny because in 10th grade, our class president was this gay kid named Chris Mendoza. That's what his name was. And it's funny because like in 9th grade, I would not hang out with him, but I knew him in class, and we'd talk a lot. And we'd arm wrestle and, goofy kid stuff. And I think I beat him in arm wrestling, and I said, "Oh, you're so gay, ha ha ha." And I wasn't even talking about, like, gay people. I was using the term as, like, just messing around. I didn't even mean anything by it. So they called me in the office, and they said, "Did you say gay?" I said, "Well, yeah, I didn't mean anything." And they're like, "Don't say that anymore." And then a year later, he became our class president. Turns out he went publicly with the city. He's gay. And I was like, oh. And then I said something to him. I was a little jerk. And I feel bad for this. And I wish I hadn't said it. And I wish I could see Chris and apologize. Because it's always sat wrong with me, and I don't know how to get a hold of him. Because, Chris Mendoza is a very common name. And it's real hard to find him. And I remember saying, "Hey, Chris." And he says, "What?" I said, "Where's your purse?" And I was such an idiot. I was in 10th grade, and I was so stupid. And I feel bad for it because I was such a dumb little jackass. And, And he made some comment, some witty comment back, and or something like, "Where's yours?" or something. I don't know. But it was pretty dumb of me to say. And I've always wanted to apologize to him for being a stupid kid and not realizing, what a dumbass I was. But we all do dumb things, and, I think it's good when a person can sit there and say, "Yeah, I did something wrong, I'd like to say sorry for it." Because I got bullied a lot, treated like crap a lot. No one's ever come to me and said sorry. And it'd be nice, I'd like it if they did. And there's this one girl I knew where she actually treated me like a human being. And I actually found her Facebook or MySpace years ago. And I said, "Are you that girl?" And she says, "Yeah." And I said, you know, I told her, I said, "It was always nice that you were always really nice to me because I was treated like crap." And she didn't even respond. She didn't even say anything. She didn't say like, "Oh, go fuck yourself," or like, "Oh, it's nice to thank you, know, you're welcome," or "Thanks," or nothing. I got nothing in response. So I figured, you know, I tried, and hopefully, you know, maybe she never, I don't know, it said she read it, but who knows? I don't understand people sometimes. I really don't, you know. I think people think that's so weird of someone to just say something like that. But when you're a kid, when someone treats you nicely, and you're always treated like crap by other kids, those kind of people stick out. And then as you get older and you have an opportunity to say, "Hey, it meant a lot to me that you were nice to me." And because a lot of people treated me badly, and I told her that. No response, but, you know, oh well. It doesn't matter. And there's this other girl that was really nice to me. She didn't treat me like some, you know, some sort of alien with no head. And I can't find her. I've never been able to find her information, and you know, to say thank you. But I'd like to. But you know, and she even I remember we had to do square dancing. Why they had us do square dancing in 10th grade PE, I will never understand. This is in Southern California, where people don't square dance. And they made us, and I remember every time a girl would come up to me, she'd give me a weird look, didn't want to touch me. I didn't want to touch her because she was being a dumb bitch. But this girl who I'm talking about, she was like real friends. She's like, "Come on, dance with me." And she's getting all into it. And then she used to sit in front of me in science class. And she talked to me, and she was nice to me, and she treated me like a human being. And it was just, it meant a lot to me as a kid, because everybody treated me like crap, you know, especially girls. And well, I got bullied a lot, and it's probably why I'm so, as I got older, I got really aggressive, real rough temper, and that's why I'm a Buddhist now, because it helps me keep all that in check. And as I get older, my anger goes away every year. Just, I don't even care about being angry anymore. I hate being angry. Don't want to be angry. I like being happy. So that's where I strive to be. And 99% of the time, I'm happy. So actually higher, a little 99.5%, I'd say. So, you know, I guess I'm rambling on, but you know, these are interesting things. You know, it's tough being a kid. And you know, and you need your parents. Your parents are the ones who are supposed to be there for you. I mean, I could never talk to my parents about a lot of stuff because I didn't feel comfortable. Maybe I could have, I just didn't feel comfortable doing it. I didn't exactly have, you know, parents that were like, they gave me the impression that my mom yelled a lot, my dad was mad a lot, my mom was mad a lot. I don't really know why they're so mad, you know. I still don't know why my dad gets so angry at things. My mom's passed away, but my dad gets so angry at stuff now, and I don't get it. But he's not as mad as he was when I was a kid, at least it seems to be. But anyway. So anyway, guys, you know, I'm going to have the sale. We're going to be doing the podcast. Get your questions in. I want to get some questions. I want to make the podcast. I want to, you know, be able to do it as well as when Robert and I were doing it, and maybe do, you know, a few things new. Add some stuff, change some stuff, maybe. I don't know if not about changing as much, but adding to it. Because what Robert and I did was really good, I think. So I'm not looking to change things as much as maybe add to it. Maybe? I don't know. Suggestions. Give me suggestions, you know. If you don't have a question, suggestion, you know. Something, you know. Let's try to make this, because, you know, the show is for everybody. It's not just me. It's, you know, it's your guys' show too, and you guys, you know, I mean, this is my place to express myself, but at the same time, when I'm doing something like this, you know, I say you know a lot. God, I gotta stop doing that, you know. Anyway, when I do videos and I'm talking about things, that's one thing, but when we're doing like a podcast where it's like a subject, a show on things, and, you know, gaming and things like that, let's hear what you guys have to say, because your input's important. And here's the thing, I'm not going to change it drastically, because there's a reason why people like it. So, and you'll get to see the real me in these shows, the rough, doesn't give a shit Jason like you did in the podcast before, because that's where I just don't care. Unlike my videos, which are a little more family friendly. So, anyway guys, I'm Jason, it's Video Game Corner. Get your orders in and get your questions or suggestions in, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.